Sorry, I printed this one out from the question submitted earlier, so apologies for reading this. There's a 16-year-old boy here this evening with a disability, and he says that the New South Wales Government and its services need to improve the way they treat people with disabilities, especially those with invisible disabilities. He says that he's experienced active discrimination and hasn't been treated with the dignity that he deserves when trying to access services which are a common right in New South Wales. So he's tried to raise issues with the department themselves, but concerns are dismissed because of his age and disability. If you're successful at the election, what are your policies to meet the support needs of the increasing number of people with invisible disabilities? Will there be a no wrong door policy for people with disabilities to raise their concerns with New South Wales government departments? Because this question goes across communities and justice, education, health, transport, customer service, etc.
Well, thank you for the question. And can I say, I'm very sorry that young man has experienced that, and no one should feel discriminated based on any aspect of their life. I think as a nation, we've come a long way in supporting people with a disability and having, I think particularly in our schools, a greater acceptance. And I've actually seen that firsthand. I think in the period of time since I was at school to today, when I visit schools across New South Wales, I see young people with disabilities learning alongside those who don't. Disabilities don't define people. We need to keep working at it. I think the work the federal government's doing in relation to the rollout of the NDIS in partnership with state governments provides that support. But clearly we need to do more. But I think we have made a lot of progress. I think we've made a lot of progress as a country in this area. But where we can do more, we will. I'd like to speak to the young man after this and learn firsthand of his experience and where he believes we can make a further difference here in our state.
Thank you. And thanks to everybody for submitting your questions. We have run out of time.
Final question goes to me. And it comes from a 16-year-old boy named Matthew who isn't here this evening, but I'm sure is watching the live streaming, so I'm going to read it in as he's written it. He's a young man with what he describes as an invisible disability. He says, I have experienced active discrimination and witnessed many others not being treated with the dignity that they deserve when trying to access services within New South Wales. I've tried to raise issues with the departments themselves, but my concerns are dismissed because of my age and my disability. It is as if the fact that I am a young person with a disability means that I have no voice. And this reinforces the distress and has nearly cost me my life on multiple occasions. If you are successful at the election, what are your policies to meet the support needs of the increasing number of people with invisible disabilities? Will there be a no wrong door policy for people with disabilities to raise their concerns with New South Wales government departments? This question goes across communities and justice, education, health, transport, customer service and more. Every improvement will save lives. Thank you.
Yeah, what a moving testimony from a young man who obviously is hurting, and it's distressing to hear that somebody's interaction with the New South Wales government could be so bad. I think that for many people with a disability, their daily lives, their interactions with government agencies are way too difficult. And there's been a Productivity Commission report indicating that New South Wales alone misses out on billions of dollars because of active and passive discrimination against those with a disability in the state. It's one of the reasons why, if we win the election, we will partner with Dylan Alcott's organisation, which is a disability-owned company, about ensuring that at every level of government, but particularly in relation to hospitals, education and tourism, because that's a big part of economic growth and opportunity, tourists who have disabilities knowing that they can come to Australia. We want to partner with him to roll out his innovative concepts so that the New South Wales government can be at the cutting edge, and that we can do our best to end the kind of testimony that we've just heard from a young man who's obviously driven to write to us tonight because his experiences just aren't good enough. And it's quite sad to hear.
Thank you. That brings the Q&A session to an end. We're very close to the end, I can assure everyone.